Lady, you got it on?
Hey, bro, you get what you pay for. Are you paying
I
her?
paid dearly, dude.
Oh. uh,
Worth every penny.
mm-hmm.
Most of the time. Well, I've already called her dad and asked her what the time for a return was, and he told me, "Oh
Oh, you
no,
went
she's all
past
yours."
that, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was probably like as soon as you signed
The marriage
the
license.
marriage license. Yeah, oh, that's it. It's all yours now, buddy. There's no returns. Zero return policy.
Yep, exactly. Aren't you happy yet?
Mm.
All right. So here we are, rubbing and laughs at the iron rack with Kyle as usual.
Morning, buddy.
Good morning. Is it morning?
Eh,
Close enough.
nobody else knows what time we're shooting this, so
That's
morning
true.
works.
Well, you've had a whirlwind week and a half.
Yeah, yeah. It's busy. We had Meg's show last weekend, which was an all weekend ordeal starting on Friday
Friday
pretty
evening.
much. Yeah. All the way through Saturday. And then she surprised us with a vacation after the show. So we were gone until Thursday and now trying to get back into the groove of things. And that's not just work on her side of it. That's like that's work, um, food, doing it the right way, all that good stuff, man.
No, because after a show, you take a couple days and kind of go crazy. Most
Look,
people do to some degree.
yeah. I think that like I'm that guy. I don't dude, I don't know if I say. I mean, if you ask me, like, here's the sad thing. What you and I call going crazy, unfortunately, is like everyday eating for the majority of Americans. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, absolutely.
So like, so yes, we enjoy ourselves, and there's no strict meal routines or anything like that. It's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or when we were on vacation, because when you go out to eat at a restaurant a lot, or when you go out to eat at restaurants, the portions are usually pretty damn big, which
Right.
is I'm cool with, but since we're not working out and we're outside of like our normal eating routines, sometimes it was breakfast, snack in the middle of the day, not necessarily lunch, and then big dinner with dessert at night or flip flop. If we woke up and we weren't hungry because we ate so much the night before, we would wait, eat lunch, and then again, big dinner at night with dessert.
We do that too. Like, it's always almost like I wake up and I need some fuel. So we do pretty much always do some sort of normal
Mm-hmm.
breakfast. If we're traveling, normal might be a little bit more.
Yeah,
But then it's like, yeah. And oftentimes when you're traveling, it's a little bit later. And
yeah,
I'm like, I don't need lunch.
yeah,
Give me some crackers, give me some whatever, and then we might have an early dinner. But like then we go all in for dinner, and then we're good till the next day.
yeah. Heck yeah,
Or even on a weekend, sometimes we have a crazy day at home,
yeah,
like a Saturday or Sunday that's just crazy, and it's like, oh, we ate breakfast late, but we had a whole bunch.
yeah,
We're not gonna eat again till dinner,
yeah.
and then that day dinner might be at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, and then I might get a snack before I go to bed.
yeah,
But I mean, we're in bed by 9 o'clock, so. But like, and then we just tell the kids, hey, we're eating early. If you don't need a whole bunch now, that's all right. You're all capable, whoever's here, of getting
mm-hmm.
yourself something at 7 o'clock tonight. Clean your dishes up.
This is not where the talk was going. I'm pretty sure, but like just thinking about it now that we're talking about it, and I'm not being ugly. I'm not being mean, but it's sad. Like as a culture, as a society in America. I mean, like, dude, we're like one of the most obese countries in the world, if not the obese. I don't know. I'd have to pull some stats, but I know that we're fucking up there. And
Yep.
we have an epidemic with young children being overweight nowadays, also.
Type
But
2
it goes into, like
diabetes.
you said, I eat, I feel full, cool. Then I'm good for a while. But again, in our culture, it's not the way it is. It's like, got to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what it says. It doesn't matter how
And
much
if
I ate at
there's
breakfast or lunch or whatever. Or if you're still full, no, I gotta eat lunch, man. weird, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that's how we're centered that way around food.
it
Don't get me
is.
wrong. I love food.
Yeah, no,
and
well,
we had a great time while we were on vacation. But man, I've told you this before, dude. I mean, yeah, after eating again normal, or what people deem normal in our society now, man, after 2 days, I'm like, I'm ready, like, for and this is gonna sound goofy, but like grilled chicken breast or steak and some veggies and a potato or
rice.
whatever,
Yeah.
dude. So
Well, we did some food prep today, and I'm not like super crazy about my food, but like I made some sausage balls, so I got something for breakfast.
yeah,
Sausage, some eggs, some breadcrumbs, and some seasoning. Baked them in the oven. Yeah, there's some fat in there, whatever. I don't let that concern me.
yeah.
But my dinners are cup and a half or 2 cups of rice. And this week it's going to be ground beef one day and ground chicken the other day,
Mm-hmm.
all mixed in together. And I'll put a little gravy on. And if you buy the Heinz gravy or the Kroger gravy,
Yeah,
there's like it's just flavor. There's really not much in it.
that's cool.
Not a lot of calories.
Yeah,
A little bit of fat. It's mostly sodium, quite frankly.
yeah,
Which after a day of work in the heat, I'm sweating like crazy anyhow. I need the sodium.
yeah. I agree, man.
So and it just helps it slide down a little easier.
It does, dude. A little bit of flavor on your food. Never.
Well, because we talk about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and
Uh-huh.
that's normal American eating. But that's for the sedentary people in the office. They do it whether they really need it or not.
Yeah,
We also have had these other conversations of we're training hard, we're working hard, we're trying to bulk up, we're eating 5 times a day, 6 times a day, and we can't
Mhm.
hardly get it in.
yeah,
But that's because we're putting in a ton of effort and burning a ton of calories. It's like a battle at that point. You almost don't even feel like eating
yeah.
when
And
you're doing that.
you're right. And get nutritional difference between the food that we're eating to do that compared to, again, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner that is considered normal is still like,
We're not having a cheeseburger and a bag of
no,
chips
yeah,
at lunch.
yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're having rice and lean meat
Mm-hmm.
or a potato of some sort.
A good
A
carb,
yam,
a good lean protein,
Yes.
and good healthy fats to go with it. And a lot of times the healthy fats, I'm getting the majority of that from like my ground beef or
Yes.
my chicken thighs that I'm cooking. And then I just need a little bit of supplementation with some cashews or some peanut butter or
And you know what's amazing?
Whatever.
If you're eating pretty good like that, on my work days, a lot of times I don't eat a lot during the day because I know I got to move and I got to
'Cause
work
you're
and I got to
busy.
get
Yeah,
this done. And I don't want to be bogged down and feel heavy. So I will eat the majority of my calories in the afternoon
Mhm.
for my dinner. But as soon as I'm halfway through my dinner, my body's like, I can feel it. It's processing that. And I'm like, man, I feel better.
Yeah.
Like, whereas if I was eating 3 candy bars and some ice cream, I might feel better for a couple of minutes. I don't feel like crap.
Ugh.
But I'm just like, man, I feel good.
Yeah. And
And you can tell.
I know exactly what you're saying. Again, it's heavy desserts while we were on vacation.
And that's fine.
No,
Once in a while.
you're right. It is. But like, dude, I'm laying in the bed in the hotel, which the AC sucks. So it really doesn't get cool in the room. So I'm like laying there with no covers on me, just miserable. My stomach's turning because of all the sweets and the sugar that I ingested. And I just, I know what you're saying.
dude, yesterday I was like that. I know what I did. We went out to Saltgrass. I love Saltgrass. I had a steak and green beans, flash fried green beans for dinner.
Yeah.
But before dinner, we're in Texas. I like some fried pickles and some fried jalapenos. But I got to be careful with the jalapenos. They will give me heartburn and tear me up. So we ordered those though, and they looked really good. And I'm like, I'll let Erica have most of those. Well, I had one, and I shouldn't have because they were perfect. They weren't too freaking hot. They were just right. So I kept going at them, and Erica's just looking at me like, dummy. Man, I paid the price half of that night and most of yesterday.
You feel better today?
I feel much better today.
Yeah.
I know that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's
You did.
and
You
while I was
know
doing
what it was.
and I knew
you're like, man.
I knew when I was after I pulled about the
Hopefully
fourth
I'll be okay
one.
today.
After I pulled about the fourth one out, I'm like, well, it's all over now. I might as well just keep on eating until they're gone because it's gonna hurt later.
Wow.
Tore my stomach up. I just like things like that. Like I don't get jalapenos on pizza anymore
Dude, I love jalapenos on pizza.
but
You're
it's
right.
gonna
I rarely do either,
it's gonna kill me.
but
So I mean that's
yeah.
just a weird thing. But anyhow, okay.
So
So
yes, whirlwind. It was busy. Meg had her competition.
Meg did very well in her
She did.
competition.
She
I
did
mean,
well. Brought the best package that she's ever had. Um, she got second place in Masters 35 and up, and then fourth place in her Open division. Uh, excuse me. And I hope this doesn't sound bad to people that hear this, because these are conversations that Meg and I like you start having like immediately, like almost like the very next day on. Okay, cool. Now it's back to the drawing board. What do we got to do to be better and be more competitive for next year?
you start
So like,
analyzing things.
yeah.
Yeah,
So like, I hope that people are like, oh, guys, he's rude. Is your wife should just be beautiful the way she
she is.
but she's a competitor. She wants to win too. So this is like normal conversations in our household. So anyway, so yeah, we while we're on the plane on Sunday morning, which the vacation was cool. Had no idea we were doing it. She's very sneaky and is very good at surprising me with things. She's done this
This is a
more
great
times
story.
than I can count on my hands throughout our 13, 14 years of marriage. So like, she's awesome at doing it, man. She's got it down to an art on hiding things from me. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's a great story though.
But we get up on Sunday morning, and I think we're going to eat breakfast. And of course, she's like, "Hey, read the directions to me." And she hands me her phone, and we're going to the airport. And I'm like, "Where are we going?" And she's like, "Oh, we're going to Vegas." So we're talking in the airport. We're talking on the plane about what just our game plan.
Sure.
It's like when people look at this, a lot of people that um, like just come to the gym for general fitness and stuff like that, which is fantastic. That's the majority of our members here at the Iron Rack. Um,
It's
they
probably
don't
most gyms.
they don't understand like when you're doing contest preps and or like trying to build your body truly. Like, I mean, dude, you gotta be on it. Like, I mean, it's like
Yep.
we only have a year. That's not a long time in the grand scheme of things, dude. So it's okay. What do we need to work on? Now we got to do program design. We need to grow your lower body. We need to grow your shoulders to give you more of an X frame, make your waist look smaller, blah, blah, blah. And included in that plan is, okay, nutrition. Um, yes, we went on vacation and for 2 or 3 days ate, whatever we wanted. But that's not sustainable unless you want to put on a bunch of weight and fat like real fast. So
Yeah.
there's a proper way to do that. It's called a reverse diet. And it's nothing fancy. You're still eating good, healthy, nutritious food. But every week you start to increase your calories by about 100, maybe 200 calories, and you work your way up to what your maintenance level would be. So that's what reverse
Post-show.
dieting is. Post show.
Because prior to
Yes,
show, you're in a
you're in a
deficit,
deficit. Yeah.
trying to get
So let's
lean.
just say like Meg was eating. I think her lowest she got down to 1350 pre-show, as far as her calories went. So her maintenance at where she's at right now, she doesn't want to do her numbers until Tuesday. So we'll get a better feel for like what her actual maintenance calories should be for where she's at for muscle mass, body fat percent, and current weight right now. But I mean, still, I would say that her maintenance calories right now are probably around 1800 easily. And then, so we got to,
Yeah.
over the next couple weeks, we go from the 1300, add 100 to 200 here over the next 3-4 weeks, get her up to her maintenance, hold on to that for a couple of weeks, and then start the calorie surplus to
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 add muscle
start
mass.
start gaining again. So it's if you're not thinking about it and what you're gonna do, I mean, dude, I mean, you start to lose time. Like, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
again,
it goes quick.
she's only got 6 or 7 months to really build and see what kind of muscle mass we can put on, because it come 8, 9 months, more 8 months for Meg. then you're already back in contest prep. Then you're at a calorie deficit again, and at that point, you're not building any more muscle. You're done. You're
Right.
now shaping up and getting ready for that next competition. So,
And she'll
anyways,
do
very
the
strategic.
plan
So,
is the same show next year,
Yeah.
same time frame.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll both do that show next year. Meg and I will. We haven't done a show together, like same show, in like a couple years,
Right.
and not for any reason. Well, it is expensive to do, but she likes to be able to support me, and I like to be able to support her when we're doing a show together. There's no, she's not in the audience.
Right.
I go on so early, as you saw at this
Yeah.
last show, so she would be in the hotel getting ready. And then yes, after I was done, I mean, I could sit in the audience and support her, but I mean, honestly, going back to the hotel and getting off my feet and be able to lay and relax and rest is ideally what any of the athletes at the show should be doing
So
before
you
they
look
got to
good
go
for the
back at
evening.
night. Yeah. So
And that show this past weekend, there was a lot of competitors.
it was a good show, dude.
Prejudging started at 9 in the morning. We left after Meg got done with her first or second group.
Second, I think. Yeah.
How late did prejudging go till?
It was. She finished about 30 minutes after y'all left, and then we were done. I don't know.
Okay.
There was one more new division.
There was only an hour and a
half.
half or 2 hours then between when prejudging ended.
And and then the night show started.
And the night show started.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the night show was cool. It went pretty quick because they'd already made their decisions. They're not doing the the comparisons anymore.
Right.
So the only difference between that for the dudes is that the men's open and the classic physique guys get to do their 1 minute posing routine to their choice of music, whatever they pick for the show. And in most shows that I've been in, it's been top 5 that get that posing routine, but I think they shortened it to just the top 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the night show actually went pretty well. Yeah. And even though we were still there till about 9 o'clock, I think we were back in the hotel room like around 9:30 or 10. So it wasn't too bad.
But it's a commitment.
It
because
is,
when did Meg's morning start? 6 o'clock?
Probably.
So 6 a.m.
I'm being serious.
Pretty close, but it
was before I went with you. Oh no, you're right. It started at 6 because she had to go get her
second base of tan.
Yeah, base of tan, and I went with her.
So her day started at 6 in the morning, and she wasn't done until 9 in the evening.
Yeah, yeah, because I took her.
And a lot of that time you're waiting,
and then I ate breakfast, and then met you and Erica up at the venue at 9. So yeah, that's right.
It's a hurry up and wait, but you got to be there when it's time to go on.
You do. You heard how many people they were like,
we're waiting for 135.
So yeah, we got one more chance to get up here.
And they were giving them it wasn't like they didn't give them the opportunity.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That did happen to me, not to that extent, but like one of the first shows I did, I just like, man, I got to go to the bathroom real fast, dude.
Yep.
And so I went to the bathroom, and dude, I was only gone for maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. My good friend Carlos, it was my very first show I did. My friend Carlos, he went to the show because he wanted to watch and support, and he had a backstage pass because he does. He promotes NPC shows and puts them on, but he does them in South America. He's Puerto Rican and his wife is Colombia, so they do NPC shows. They're the promoters in South America. They're trying to help build the brand down there. Anyway, so Carlos is like, "Papi, they're calling your name. Where you been?" I was like, "I just went to the bathroom." Come on, go, man. Go. So he's like running around trying to find him. And he's not even my coach. He's just my friend.
Just
there to help support, dude. Yeah.
Well, and that's one thing that's good to see. Almost everybody was very supportive of each other.
I think so. That's what
guys were fist bumping each other.
Yeah.
The ladies were,
That's what got Meg originally, dude. Because the first show I ever did, I had no intentions on doing a show. I had been busting my ass in the gym for about 5 years, like 6 days a week, like consistently. But after about 2 years, I stopped seeing any results. And so I was like, what's going on? So my friend Carlos was like, call this guy. He's a good coach. He's out of Miami, blah, blah, blah. So the coach's name was Fabian. Anyway, so Fabian was like, dude, your problem, like without even seeing me and just talking to me on the phone. He's like, your problem is nutrition, dude. And he was right.
Right.
And my nutrition didn't suck. Like, I mean, like I wasn't overweight. I just was like, man, I am busting my butt too hard in the gym to not be seeing what I think I should be seeing in my head. And so Fabian was like, dude, it's your nutrition. We got nutrition dialed in. And again, no plans on even doing a show. I was going to do a 20-week like transformation with Fabian, and Meg was doing it too. She wanted to support me on it and wanted to go through what I was going through. And after my 12-week check-in, again, nothing changed. Workout still busting my ass. Nutrition dialed in for 12 weeks. I sent my check-in photo to Fabian, and he called me, bro, you need to do a show. And I was like, no, dude. I'm like, I was like, no. Like, so that thought like was never even in my head. I just wanted to look better because I knew I could, and I knew I was missing something.
Right.
And I was like, dude, I'm too small for that. He's like, no. And Fabian's from South America too, so he got a real thick accent. He's like, no, man, you do the board shorts, the pretty boy shit, dude. You'll be okay, man. I promise. So I was like, for real? He's like, yeah, for real. And anyway, so that was how I did my first show. But it was during my first show and Meg being in the audience and seeing everything that you just said about the camaraderie and the support.
You want to win, but you don't.
And everybody's
like
still
cool
just
with each other.
happy to be there to, show their hard work that they put in. After the show, Meg was like, I can do that. I was like, yeah, I know you can. And she had been like, again, Fabian was her coach too, but she had been half-ass on the meal plans. She wouldn't eat all of her calories. She wouldn't do it like the way it was supposed to. And she looked great. She made a lot of progress. But before we started, Fabian was like, you give me 100%, you're going to get 100% results. You give me 90, you're going to get 90. You're going to get in whatever, or get out what you put in.
Just like anything.
And so Meg probably put in about 85 to 90%. So she did good and she saw changes, just not the changes she wanted to. So after that first show, again, we're driving to the airport to Vegas. That's like, seems to be a theme there.
That's your theme, yeah. That's funny.
Nothing wrong with that. And so she's like, I can do that. I said, baby, I know you can. Like, I mean, she's one of the hardest workers I know. And so then when we got back from Vegas, I told Fabian, and this was my first year, I've never done this before. I said, hey, I want to do another show. Meg wants to do one with me too. And so, dude, that was August, and then we picked a December show. Anyway, so that was when Meg did her first show. It wasn't great because Fabian kind of dropped the ball on her and like forgot that she was going to be competing with me too. But that time, that go around, she followed the plan 100%. Like as far as the food went, got even more definition, more lost more weight, looked fantastic, better than she ever had at that point. And that was kind of when she fell in love and got hooked on it too, man. So
that's a good story.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And then I also I tell people all the time, like, ask me, why do you only do one show a year? Because it's in my opinion, if you're not a pro,
you're not getting paid to do it.
You're not getting paid to do it. Why spend thousands of dollars to do multiple shows a year? Plus, unless you're chasing like the circuit and you feel like you're like in shape enough to get a pro card, there's no reason to. You don't have enough time in between shows to build. Kind of like what we were talking about at the beginning of this segment with Meg, and we only got 7 months. Again, 7 months. I mean, we can build and we will, but like I'm a firm believer, like, man, if you're gonna bulk and do it right, dude, you got to do 9 months plus. And that's why I've been doing mine for a year now. And by the time I get ready to cut, it'll be damn near a year and a half of actual like bulking and eating to put on size.
Well, and that's, you see it in the men's pros especially. If they win the Olympia, which is the big granddaddy of pro bodybuilding,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those guys don't compete until the next Olympia.
Yeah, once you win, you like, I think you have a
They do guest, but you
invitation
get a pass
every year,
yeah,
just to
basically.
go. You don't have to qualify
Yeah.
any other time.
So
So they're able to spend 9 months to eat and just focus on that one show where
look
you're
in the
going
mirror
at.
every day and plan and execute to the nth degree for that show. Whereas the other guys have to qualify by winning a big show.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was one of the other guys in that, and I would try to win a show right after the Olympia and qualify, so that then I could maybe take some time off and just
That's
train.
a good idea. Yeah. Yeah.
But then at that point too, some of them are chasing money, and then they need to win 4 or 5 shows to get their paychecks too.
Yeah.
And to get the sponsors and all the craziness that once you're in the top 10 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
however that works. So
it was a good show, good weekend. Meg did good. She did great. We had a good time afterwards, relaxing on vacation. And now we just got to get back into the groove of things and start working again, man.
well, it was very inspirational. I enjoyed it.
Did you? Good,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Meg, all the people, you've mentioned to me in passing a couple times, why don't you do a show? And my excuse is I'm old.
Yeah.
And I like pizza. And I've thought about doing it a few times in the past, probably 8 years that Erica and I have been together. And every time I say I'm going to train for one, I end up having some kind of big muscle tear or an issue to where it throws everything off, and then I'd be 3 or 4 months behind. So I'm not going to say I'm going to do a show, but I kind of told you, I said, I'm dialing in my nutrition probably to about 85%.
Yeah.
To get myself in really good shape between now and January 1st.
Cool.
I did a couple little local shows when I was in college.
Yeah.
2 of them, kind of back-to-back thing. Not even NPC, but had fun doing it. And got pretty shredded just all on my own, no coach. I didn't really know much about it.
Yeah.
I was just going to the gym and listening to. I had a friend who competed in the NPC back in the day. So Taylor helped me out with a few little things along the way, but not like really a coach, just, hey, do this exercise, eat freaking chicken and rice. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, and day before or night before and morning of, eat a baked potato and drink lots of water. I mean, it was very rudimentary.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah.
For what it was. So I'm going to get myself in as good a shape as I can, see if I can. I've changed up my training, not the exercises, but I'm not trying to smash the super heavy weights.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, my shoulder was aching. I did Erica weight, but instead of doing 10 or 15 reps, I did 25 reps a set on a couple exercises.
Dude. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And we've talked about the science, and so yeah, I'm moving the same amount of weight as if I was doing twice that at 10 reps. I have this. I think you got to push some weight at some point to get the muscle to grow too.
Yeah.
But if all you're doing is pushing weight, and then you go to doing reps, your body's going, something's going on here, and something's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm not too worried about if something's a little achy. I'm not coming to the gym.
So what I've been doing lately, you know me, I'm always playing with my numbers. And so I was like, oh, what kind of obstacle can I throw in there now? And I'm still playing with my numbers, but like I'm kind of what you're talking about. So I'm feeling really good lately. Shoulder feels good. My knee is, I still have a couple weeks on knee rehab plan that I've designed. So I'm riding that out. I'm not going to push my knee because my legs already, I feel like, look really good. And I want this to be healed up so that way for my last what are we in? September? It's almost October.
Yeah, it's mid-September.
So for my last 3 months of this year, I'm hoping come October, I will be able to go back to pushing heavy on the legs without bothering my knee too much. So I'm going to play out my current routine anyway. So I'm getting to where my where I'm shooting for a 10 to 12 rep range right now. Again, because I feel good. Shoulders feel good. I'm like, okay, cool. I haven't felt this good in like 3 months, dude.
Yep.
So I'm doing an 8 to 12 rep range with heavy weight. And then once that volume starts to get up, then I will reduce the weight and change it from the heavier lower reps to the higher reps
weight.
lower weight. So I'm gonna play around with that method for at least the rest of the year. And if my shoulder keeps feeling good and hanging on, then maybe I'm onto something.
Well, my theory with getting in good shape for me, I'm training 7 days a week. I say that. The 3 nights a week that I'm out of town in the hotel, I'm doing cardio and abs.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing a million ab things. I do some crunches. I do some once or twice a week. I do some Russian twists.
Mm-hmm.
I do some leg lifts. And when I say some, like 75 to 100 crunches, 75 to 100 leg lifts, and 60 to 100 Russian twists.
Yeah.
Some nights I don't do the Russian twist.
Yeah.
Some nights I don't do the leg lifts. But I'm committed to 30 minutes of cardio. I get to the hotel, I get checked in, put my workout shoes on. It's cardio and abs.
3 days a week, you're doing 30 minutes of cardio.
Yep.
That's really good, dude. That's better than what I'm doing right now.
Well, my theory with cardio, and it's worked for me in the past, is I have these ginormous legs to begin with. If I'm doing cardio, most cardio is leg-based.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting worked 7 days a week because of the way we're training now.
Yeah.
I can only train 4 days a week in the gym. So we train anterior, posterior, anterior, posterior. My anterior, posterior is real simple. It's quads, chest, triceps one day. The next day, hamstrings, back, biceps. Yeah, we throw calves and shoulder work in there a couple times a week. I kind of do that right now when it feels right and based on what I'm seeing in the mirror.
Yeah.
And Erica just goes along, does her thing, and she pretty much trains with me. If we're doing shoulder press that day, she does shoulder press that day. If we're doing shrugs that day, she doesn't. If we're doing both, she doesn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're keeping it simple. And I've been mixing it up. Some days we might do 5 sets of 10 on all of our leg stuff. And then the next day I'm like, no, let's do 4 sets of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking the muscles a little bit. And so far it's working. I'm already starting to see my midsection coming together after 2 weeks of doing that.
Nice, dude.
So I figure in another 6 weeks, who knows where I'll be. But
so what's the January 1st time frame for? Like you said, from now till January, you were gonna.
If I can get myself to where I'm happy with how I look in the mirror, happy enough with how I look in the mirror on or about January 1st or whenever that first weekend in January falls, then maybe we'll talk about me doing that show in September.
Cool. I was wondering.
If I get to January and I'm like, oh, man, I'm at 85% on my nutrition, which means I'm eating pretty damn clean if I'm at 85% because I ate relatively clean to begin with.
Yes, sir.
And I can stay feeling good. Shoulders feel good, elbows feel good, knees feel good, which is why I'm training a little lighter.
Yeah.
I want to feel good. Then we'll make that decision.
Cool.
That'd be cool, man. I've already told you, I'm not doing 20 weeks of prep, though. I don't.
That's all right. I'll do however many you think you need, bud.
I'm going to do 12 weeks of prep if we get to that.
That'd be cool, man. Would be cool.
So, and I'd like to inspire Dan to do it, too.
Yeah.
Dan's in better shape than I am right now.
What do you think, man? You think that he'll, well, you were sitting next to me.
Well, I went and chatted with him before they took off. And I think he's on the fence.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little younger than I am, obviously, and he's like, oh, I wouldn't want to go up there and lose. I'm like, man, if you got the balls to get up there, dude, you're winning.
Yeah.
It's like there's two ways to look at it, and I totally get that. And that's another
No,
thing too.
you go ahead, and
If
I agree with you.
if
I'll
I'm
put
gonna
my
get
two
up
cents in.
there at that point, I'll be 56 years old. I'm gonna get up there at 56 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be the baddest 56-year-old there. That's for damn
Mm-hmm.
sure. So, and I don't know who's going to be there, and that's part of the beauty of this game in the gym and the bodybuilding side of it. You don't know who's going to show up. You don't know
Yeah.
where they're going to come from, and you walk in a gym and it's like, holy crap, where did that guy come from?
Yeah.
And how is he 62? And like it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like genetically, there's always going to be somebody bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
Like that's just part of the game.
And that's so. I agree with everything that you said, and yeah, I told Dan, I was like, yeah, when I do that, yeah, dude, I want to freaking win. I go up there with the intentions to win, but you got to remember that the guys up there on that stage have been putting in the same amount of work that
That you
you
have.
have been leading up to that. And then you also got to think that some of those guys, and like you said, you never know who's going to show up. Somebody may have been busting their ass and building for 3 years,
for
yeah, or
years,
more,
maybe a
yes.
decade. Who
And then
knows?
finally says, okay, cool. Now I'm going to do a show. And then they cut and they're just, so.
Or they might have done a show for every year for 3 years, kind of like you talked about, and then maybe they said, "I'm taking 2 years off.
Yeah,
I'm going to
I'm going to
gain
get
15
big.
pounds every place I need it," and they do it.
Yes. So, again, to keep going with what you said, I'm the same way. Like, yes, I want to win, but ultimately, and it's how Meg and I talked about it after she was done. Did I bring a better package to the show than I did the last time?
Right.
It is honestly, I mean, yes, you want to win, but it's you against you, dude.
Absolutely.
It's you against you. Did you
Yep.
do what you needed to do to look better and be better than you did the year before or the last time it was that you were up there on the stage?
Right.
And if the answer is yes,
Then you won.
then, dude, 100%, you won.
That's no different than somebody training for powerlifting. If you're benching 405 and now you're benching 415, you've
You
won.
won. Yeah. So that's honestly, that's the way I look at it. Do I want to win? Yeah. We talked after I did the show that I did last year, and I got fourth place in the Open, which my division was pretty stacked. And I really honestly felt like even now looking back at the stage photos with this all together, I'm like, I think I got hosed, to be honest with you, because again, I've expressed my opinion, and it's not the end all say all. I do think that in bodybuilding, if you have a bigger following on social media,
It plays a part.
you're probably gonna place better because they're trying to build the brand. So they want somebody that's has a huge following that people are gonna do likes and keep staying interested in. And again, it's just my conspiracy theory on that, But anyway, so the guy that won first place, he deserved first place when I competed last year. But again, I'm looking even here. I'm like, dude, my back was bigger than his. My thighs were bigger than his. I've had more conditioning.
It may have been kind of like, excuse me, last Saturday when we were watching the men. We were chatting about, hey, that guy and this guy's good, and da
Yeah.
da da, and in every group that I paid close attention to, except for one, I was like, I can't really argue with him.
Yeah.
There was that one dude, and
Yeah. Exactly.
in the one group, and we both were like, that guy his back was ginormous. And I think we both said, his chest isn't quite as good as the other guys, but everything else,
Yeah.
we were like, if we would have been the judges, he'd have been in first place.
Yeah.
And that's part of it too. It's subjective to what the people on the judging panel like and want to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
think the social media aspect of it does play a part as well.
It's like, did
For
we
sure.
talk about Sam Sulek when he won? I think we did.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
I think I talked about that. Which I like Sam.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah,
I've seen some
I like
interviews
his
with him.
video
Yeah.
stuff, dude. Like I'd like to. Anyway, I think my brother might have asked me, "Do you think his social media following played a role in?"
It didn't hurt.
No, exactly.
It didn't
And
hurt.
he
I'll
already
say
had a
that.
big name.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying anything because Sam he looks freaking awesome, and I think that his pro card is well deserved. I'm just when he was at that national qualifier, it was the Arnold. He started with the Arnold. No, he started with a local show and then went to the Arnold, and that's where he won his pro card. The pictures that I saw, I kind of thought that the guy that he went against in that first show to get the qualifier to the Arnold
Might have got hosed.
yeah,
yeah,
like he got hosed. And so then again, my brother was like, "Do you think you won because social media?" And I was like, "Yeah, probably, but I don't know, man."
Yeah. There's some of that in
You got a big name that everybody knows. You got a big social media following, and
yeah,
again, they're trying to build the. And I'm not saying that is what it is. It's just that's my conspiracy theory. But
no, and like
there's no money in bodybuilding, like for the athletes. The athletes don't make freaking hardly anything, dude, unless you're a pro and you're winning top 3 at these big,
huge
freaking shows. Other than that, think about this. So the NPC and the IFBB, they're same organization. They work together.
Yep.
Anybody that competes in one of those shows has to pay for an annual NPC card.
Yep.
It's $150. If you're a pro, you got to do the same thing. Obviously, I'm not a pro. I don't know how much the pro card costs, but you got to pay for your annual card.
They'll give it to you, but you got to pay to.
Then,
so
let's say there's 500 people in one show, and they do, shows all across America from April until December, pretty much. And then you're paying thousands of dollars. I mean, the NPC and the IFBB organization is making freaking money.
Yeah.
But the athletes in there, no.
They're spending money.
They're spending money. And if you're not what'd you say earlier? Sponsored or winning top 3, you ain't making shit, dude.
And the guys that are winning, the guys that get their pro card and then they start winning big shows and they get sponsorship from supplement companies and clothing companies. Yeah, sure. And some of those guys make big money doing that. Relatively big money.
Yeah, I would say.
But at the same time, then those guys,
$1 million a year.
Those are the guys that where it becomes not healthy. Let's be real. They're taking gear,
point, dude. A lot,
and they got to look pretty badass at least 9, if not 10 months out of the year. Any photo shoots, appearances, they got to be jacked and fairly shredded.
Yeah, all the time. You got to be photo stage ready.
That's when it really becomes not healthy.
Yeah.
But most of them, like I follow Seth Feroce, he did it, and he's like, man, I didn't give a shit if it was taking 5 or 10 years off my life, and he's like, and I knew it was. He's like, but I loved it. I loved the sport. I loved the game. The sponsorships were, the money's coming in. He said, and then when he retired, he's like, all that goes away.
Yeah,
oof, gone. He's like, it's crazy. Or if you get hurt, it all goes away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's not like you're on $20 million contracts
no.
like real athletes.
No.
Wow. I said that wrong because I do think that bodybuilders are athletes, dude. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be regimented. You got to stay in the game. But I meant like sports like a team sport,
like baseball, basketball,
football,
the NFL. Yeah, that's a different animal for sure.
Where if you get hurt, doesn't matter because you already signed a $20 million contract and you're
X amount of it's guaranteed,
and you're set for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So,
and I've heard stories of bodybuilding. Some sponsors have been cool and paid a guy X amount of money.
Yeah,
they didn't totally but sometimes it's brutal.
Yeah,
and that's the business side of it. So,
or
and in this day and age, if you're sponsored by a company and you say something that offends somebody.
Oh, you might be.
They might axe you.
Yeah. That's a good point too, buddy.
So, and there's a place for that, and right and wrong with that, and we're not going to get into all that. But
Yeah.
you know, I mean, sometimes one little slip up, taken the wrong way, can lead to
Done.
huge financial problems for somebody. So,
Jeez, you're right, man.
I mean, and that financial issue can work both ways for the company, for the athlete, for everybody. Who knows? But anyhow,
Hmm.
so yeah, I've got it's September, October, November, December.
You got plenty of time, dude. That would be like that's. So hold on. Well, I mean, you've already started, but October, November, December would be like your 12-week
Yeah,
contest prep. Anyway, I mean, I know you wouldn't be
but
taking
if
it
I
to that
can,
extreme
no, but if I
right
can
now,
stay
but
at 85%,
yeah.
then from January until June, middle of May,
Mm-hmm.
then I can do a 12-week prep and be ready for a show
Yeah.
beginning of September.
So Meg and I were kind of talking about that for me, which I will probably still. Let's see. So September would be the show date next year. August, July, June, May. I would start at April. It's because I like to slow play it in the beginning. Like, so there's no like real rush on my end, dude. I slow play it, slowly start letting everything come off, and then around weeks 12 or 10, see where I'm sitting at, and either keep the pace or turn it into high gear from then, and like take it up a notch if I need to, as far as cardio and lowering my calories and stuff like that. But Meg was like, "Well, if you like, what she pretty much what you're saying." She was like, "If you got to where you needed to be, and like blah blah blah, you just were able to maintain for the most part." She's like, "Then you probably could do like a 14 or 12-week prep and be
This is
ready."
without, I don't want to sound arrogant. I don't want to sound like a crazy guy, but I want to be at that point when May or mid May gets here and I decide I'm going to do the 12-week prep.
Mm-hmm.
If I take my shirt off, I'm cutting my lawn, whereas the neighbors are like, "Are you a bodybuilder?"
Yeah.
Like, like I want to be in that kind of shape before I start a prep.
Yeah.
I want to be close to being able to get on
I
stage.
gotcha. Yeah.
I don't want to be like, no, I'm going to do this and this way. I'm going to be. There's not going to be any question about I'm in shape to do this.
Yeah.
So, and I'm fairly determined to get there at this point. All I got to do is, I think really all I have to do, keep eating like I'm eating and stay on this by 3 nights out. I got to do the cardio.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
The body fat is already melting off pretty quick.
Yeah.
And when I do the cardio, I'm drenched when I'm done with my cardio in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not killing myself doing it, but I'm working hard enough to where my shirt's pretty well soaked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out at hotels and I'm throwing stuff in a bag and I'm bringing it home. I throw it in the laundry, and Erica, she's like, "What is this?" And I'm like,
So
"Oh,
you're
I've
just
been doing
bringing
cardio."
your wet shirts and
Yeah.
shorts like
Yeah,
in the bag.
throw them in the basket. And the first night she's like, "What the heck is this?" I'm like,
Man.
"I'm doing real
Cab of
cardio."
your truck doesn't smell like dirty sweat, dude. Whenever
Well, I keep them in a separate compartment, closed up. But it's only a night or two, and then I'm back. So
yeah,
but that's a good way for me to get it done. I don't like doing it, but I'm like, I'm training those other days. I got my program.
yeah.
So I'm like,
No, that is. I mean, dude, that really is good. I've been. I need to be better at getting at least 1 to 2 days in right now, and I'm not.
well,
And I did that same shit last year though too, dude. And then when it came time to like actual start prep and start cardio, the discipline on that wasn't already installed. So it was
then
like,
it's even harder.
yeah, yes, I did it, but
Well, that's my theory. If I keep training the way I am and I'm doing it, all I will have to do is ramp it up from 30 minutes to an hour.
mm-hmm.
And in that, when I get
And then
closer
dial
to,
your nutrition back a little bit.
yeah, I'll take it from 30 minutes to 45 minutes for the first 2 weeks. So then if I need to go an hour for the remaining 10 weeks, I'll just go an hour, watch myself in the mirror closely, dial in the nutrition down to that last Day before the show.
Yeah. I think you should do one, man. Like, I mean, I've been telling you that for a long time. I wouldn't tell you that. It's like I told Dan, I wouldn't tell you to do one, dude, if I didn't
Well,
think that you couldn't get up there and be competitive.
after going and learning that on certain poses, they aren't going to ask me to pose left or right. I get to choose.
Yeah.
I get to choose which chest pose I give them because I've tore this one. I haven't tore this one.
Yeah.
I get to choose which tricep pose. Well, this one looks like crap. This one I can make it look pretty good.
Yeah.
So, with the knee surgery, how's this quad going to look when I get shredded versus this one? But this was always, for whatever reason, I'm left-handed, but my right leg I always felt looked better prior to the knee thing. So that would have been my choice, but I might switch that up.
Yeah.
So, and that's another reason I want to get in really good shape before a prep.
So you can see.
So I can see where I'm going. How does this look? How does that look? How do I hide this on a certain pose maybe? Or make it less obvious? Same thing with this pec that doesn't look quite right and this tricep. How can I keep that out of the equation as much as possible?
Yeah.
That's where I'll need your help, mostly, is posing.
Be fun. We'll sit back there with our shirts off. Eric could be like, man, these guys are weird.
Yep.
Well, what are you doing today, man?
We've already done a fair amount of our food prep in our meals. We're keeping everything as lean as possible because next Friday we're leaving.
Vacay.
A little mini vacay. Yeah, we're going to Nashville.
Yeah.
For Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. We'll be back Monday. Yeah, so and then I'm like, okay, I'll be out of town tomorrow night. I'll do my cardio. Tuesday we'll hit a little bit of everything. Out of town Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be back early enough. Our flight isn't until like almost 6. We'll probably be in here about 12:30. We'll do a little bit of everything, and then we'll try to get a little bit of everything in while we're in Nashville one morning.
Yeah.
Come back. We get back Monday midday. So then Monday if we get one in while we're on vacation, well, even if we don't, Monday midday we'll be back on program.
Cool.
Might be a little tired.
Yeah.
But right back on the training regimen.
Yeah, that's why I'm in here today. So that way, so I didn't miss anything while Meg and I were in Vegas. I got one good workout in while I was there. And I think I was talking to you about this. The workout facilities in the Vegas hotels are pretty badass. Like, I mean, they've got Smith machines, cable setups, crap ton of cardio.
If only it was that way where I go.
Like everywhere. Yeah, I know, dude. So I got a good chest day workout in there, and that was on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, after we were done on Tuesday, Meg was like, "Are you gonna try to get it? Are you gonna do another one tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do back tomorrow."
But you didn't.
No. We were having fun,
Sometimes you gotta
man.
be on vacation.
I'm glad I got the one in. It helps, like, again, after eating whatever I wanted to on Sunday and Monday, getting that workout in on Tuesday made me feel better. And then, yeah, on Wednesday, that was our last day there. So
what's going to get me in this, we're going to Hawaii in March for a week. I don't know how much.
Why is that going to get you?
I don't know how much training I'll get in while we're in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
But I also look at it, if training between now and then goes really well, if I even miss a solid week, which I never do, but if I did, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
It's not going to kill you. Yeah. I would take that as like I would almost, like, if you were a client, we were working together, I'd be like, take that week off because you're about to punish yourself
really hard
for the next several months.
Yeah.
Leading up to it. And that's why I try to take 2 weeks off every year. Not back to back, but I'll take a week off from Christmas through Thanksgiving or through New Year's. As far as lifting, I just won't lift. I'll take a week off, and then I always take the week off after a competition.
Right. That makes sense.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's good for you. Give you a little rest and recovery. So if you're going to Hawaii, yeah. And at that point you've decided that you're going to do it, I would just say, dude,
It's okay.
Relax. You're
Yeah.
cool. You're not going to lose anything in 1 week.
Yeah, we had a lot of hikes in and that
Yeah,
kind of
dude,
stuff.
you're going to be moving, I bet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we won't sit around.
cool.
So, well, this has been a fun chat.
It was. It was fun.
Those of you that watch us and like us, I think this was a really good chat about contests, training, eating. We'll do some that are a little lighter. And I've mentioned to you, we need to start getting some other people on with us.
Mm-hmm.
Try to expand this a little bit. Maybe have some laughs. But I think we'll work on that. And, but yeah, I always enjoy it.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
And I'm not committing to the stage right now, but you're going to see a different version of me between now and January.
I'm going to make you decide in January. January, you're going to have to tell everybody what you decided to do, man. Cool. All right, buddy.
Hey,
good talk.
Likewise.
Yep.